Lamine Yamal is a generational talent, the jewel of La Masia. But right now, he is Barcelona's biggest time bomb. His repeated groin injury is not a simple knock. It is a severe technical and medical problem that is threatening his entire season and could force Hansi Flick to make a major tactical shift before the most important game of the year, El Clásico. Barcelona is in a race against time. The Spanish Federation is under fire. And the question everyone is asking is not if he will return, but what condition he will return in and what permanent damage this could do to his unique playing style. In the next few minutes, we're going beyond the headlines. We're going to give you the exact return timeline, analyze the technical impact of this specific injury, and uncover the two biggest threats to his incredible future. Hit that subscribe button, and let's dive into the Yamal crisis. Let's start with the facts and the most important date on the calendar. Yamal is dealing with an aggravated groin issue, often referred to in football circles as pubalgia or a sports hernia. This is a tricky, often recurrent injury that affects the pubic bone area. For a rapidly growing young player like Yamal, this is extremely concerning because it often stems from physical overload. Exactly what Barcelona boss Hansi Flick has been furious about with the Spanish national team. The injury re-aggravated after the Champions League clash against Paris Saint-Germain, leading Barcelona to rule him out for the recent international break. The initial medical estimation placed his recovery time at 2 to 3 weeks from the date of the re-injury. This timing is critical. Barcelona's medical staff are reportedly pushing for him to feature against Girona around October 18th. The goal here is not a full 90 minutes, but a short cameo to regain match fitness. Yamal's return is highly dependent on his pain level. They must manage his workload step by step to prevent this recurring issue from becoming a chronic, career-defining problem, as we have sadly seen with other young Barca stars like Ansu Fati and even Pedri. Yamal's absence is more than just losing a quality player. It rips a crucial piece out of Hansi Flick's tactical setup. Yamal is not just a winger. He is a game-breaker, the primary source of width, 1v1 threat, and line-breaking carries on the right side. Yamal's genius is in his ability to stay wide, receive the ball, and then use his incredible pace and dribbling to force the opposition's left back into impossible decisions. He creates space centrally for the midfielders and the center forward. Without him, Barcelona's right flank becomes predictable and sterile. Who steps up? The replacement analysis. In Yamal's absence, Flick has limited options to replicate that verticality. Rafinha is the most natural right-winger replacement, but he offers more crossing and less dribbling. His performance can be inconsistent, and he is often better with the ball played into space rather than receiving it to feet. Varane provides better movement and work rate off the ball, allowing him to play closer to the center forward. However, he fundamentally changes the team's attack. The team becomes less reliant on true wing play and more focused on combination passes. This is the most tactical option. By moving a central player like Olmo or Fermin into a wider position, Flick sacrifices a traditional winger to overload the central midfield. This can lead to greater control, but the team severely lacks a threat in the wide channel. Exactly what led to problems in the recent loss to Sevilla. No single player can replace Yamal's unique blend of pace, dribbling, and unpredictability. His absence forces Barcelona to be slower and more central, making them easier to defend against. This is where the story gets really serious. Beyond the next 3 weeks, the biggest concern for Lamine Yamal is the long-term threat of burnout and the impact of chronic pubic discomfort on his game. Barcelona has a tragic history with incredibly talented young players who have struggled with physical overloads. The cases of Pedri and Ansu Fati are cautionary tales. Pedri played an absurd amount of football in his first 2 years, leading to repeated, long-term muscular injuries that significantly reduced his available minutes. Yamal, at just 17, he is playing a high-intensity, high-load position, a winger who relies entirely on explosive movements, sprints, and sharp changes of direction. Pubalgia is often a body's cry for rest amidst a growth spurt. If this injury is not managed meticulously now, it could permanently degrade his explosive first step and top-end pace, the two fundamental pillars of his world-class playing style. A recurring groin injury, especially during the physical development phase, is dangerous because it directly impacts the muscle groups responsible for his key technical skills. Explosive acceleration requires maximum power from the hip flexors and groin. Playing with persistent discomfort will force him to subconsciously reduce his intensity, slowing down his dribbles and making his signature 1v1 threat ineffective. The rotation of the hips and core required for a powerful shot or cross is compromised by pubalgia, potentially affecting his output and confidence in front of goal. Barcelona's job now is to protect the asset. Hansi Flick must be extra cautious. When Yamal returns, he cannot play every single minute. Smart rotation, perhaps even planned substitutions at the hour mark, must become standard protocol to save his career. Lamine Yamal is a superstar, but this injury saga is a huge test for Barcelona's medical team, Hansi Flick, and the player himself. They appear to be on track for the El Clásico on October 26th, but the tactical and physical risk remains critical. His performance upon return will tell us everything about his long-term future. Will he be the electric threat we know, or will the fear of re-injury force a permanent shift in his game? Let me know in the comments. Should Hansi Flick play Lamine Yamal for the full 90 minutes in El Clásico, even if he's not 100% fit? We'll see you next time for more in-depth football analysis. Thanks for watching.